Hey guys, welcome to Team America. Payment processing for Americans that are sick of liberals. If you're sick of liberal ideology and you don't want to work with Square anymore, which you probably don't know this, but the CEO of Square is Jack Dorsey. Team censorship, team Twitter, team censorship. Do you really want that guy handling your funds? The most important part of your business is accepting credit cards. Typically, most people average 70-80% of all revenue is from a credit card payment. And it just so happens that the CEO of Twitter, aka censorship platform, is the CEO of Square. Do you really trust that guy with your money when shit's about to hit the fan? I mean, I just watched online 3 young white girls cleaning a BLM graffiti off of a building, and some jackass comes around the corner and says, you guys are using your white privilege. You don't believe in Black Lives Matter? Who do you think you are? White privilege. Oh, you're so privileged that you're working on your own time to clean up somebody else's vandalism. Are you kidding me? 10 years ago, we wouldn't have even dreamed that a grown man would be peeing next to a young woman in a bathroom stall. But now, because somebody identifies somebody's freaking nuts in their head and believes that they are a woman, they need mental help, and we want those people to get help. Truly, I don't want them to suffer life not knowing what gender they are. But it doesn't mean you get to take a piss next to a 4-year-old that's going in there to use the restroom at a football game. Sorry, bro. Doesn't get to work that way. And I'm not crazy. This is the way things have been for all of time. Just because the social standard has changed and the social dynamics have changed in this climate that we're in, doesn't change the fact what's right is right. So if you want to stand for what's right is right, and I know this is kind of a rant, I'm going to give 10% of my revenue to fighting the cause, okay? So if you have a conservative or a Christian outlet that you would like to donate money to, 10% of what I have coming in off of your processing will automatically be dispersed to that outlet of your choice. I think, wounded war, like maybe it's wounded warriors, or maybe you have a passion for veterans, or maybe you see how lopsided the media is, and you want to, donate to maybe Dan Bongino or Glenn Beck or Rush Limbaugh, and just to grow these networks and to grow these voices or these podcasters, so maybe they can get their own channel or their own, .tv network. There's all sorts of things that where you want your money to go, and I guarantee you don't. If you knew that it was going to Jack Dorsey at Square or liberals in San Francisco or Palo Alto, that you wouldn't be doing it. So every time somebody swipes your card at your store, not only are you the one that's paying for them to rack up their Sky Miles or to rack up their Old Navy points card, it's you, the business owner. Somehow in this whole circle of life, you got screwed. And it truly was. Like, I know guys from the late 80s that were just sitting in a room like, okay, how do we make this all work? The guys from Amex and American, and Visa, they were like, well, how can we make money here? This is a great concept. How do we make money? Oh, well, let's make the merchants pay for it. How does the merchant pay for it? Everybody gets rewarded. The customer has the convenience of just using plastic and not carrying a bunch of cash, and carrying a bunch of cash in their hand, for sake of being robbed or something, or maybe they lose it, and maybe they're prone to dropping stuff or whatever. So their money's safe. They have the convenience. But nowadays, they're able to get 2 to 3 to 4% cash back depending on what they're doing, okay? So if you think about it that way, they're getting points off of swiping at your establishment. You're the one stuck paying that 2 to 3% or whatever you're paying depending on your processor. It's a very unscrupulous industry, and there are straight scumbags out there. And I've witnessed it. Like I had a poor guy, Johnny Wooten at Car Care up here in Winston. And I tell you what, man, like, dude, this guy charged him $2,000. They said there was no cancellation fee. He just had to return the leased equipment once his lease was up. And they after he stopped processing with them for like a week and he started processing with me, they charged him $2,000. Just took it out of his account. And they were in California. That's where they were, these people. So we don't have a contract. We don't have any sort of long-term agreement. You can cancel at any time if we don't own up to what we're doing, and we're going to give money back to the cause that you want it to go to, as long as it aligns with my values, which I think conservative, libertarian, Christian, Jewish, founding father, constitutional principles. If it aligns with what we're doing and re-electing Trump and getting him for another 4 years, hop on board. Let's make a difference. And in the meantime, I can help you avoid your processing fees too. And I've got a clean, compliant way that you can actually take that. You can actually pass that fee on to your customer. Okay? It's clean. It's compliant. It's the way to go. All right? I am just a pissed off patriot, and I want to make a difference, not down the road after I make it in business. I want to make a difference today while I build my business. I've got to. I can't handle it anymore. I've always had this idea that I would, be able to retire early and I'd have so much money I'd be able to give it all away. And trust me, I give away money now today and I tithe and stuff like that as I go, but I'm not killing it. I'm not making a ton of money. My wife is still a teacher, okay? Like, this is real as it gets. We are a certified sales office for multiple processors, and we have the right to do with whatever we want with our funds. So whatever we make, we can put it directly to what cause we feel like we should. And I'll be matching 50% of whatever you do. So I will be also giving another 5% on top of your 10% that we make off your account. Okay? And ideally, I want to grow this to the point that we can get some big, oil tycoon that's passionate about America or something like that wants to match our 15%. At that place, and if we can grow this together and we can get a couple thousand clients, then we're making a serious impact in the causes that matter. And I plead with you, please stop doing business. If you don't do business with me, please stop doing business with Square and some of these whacked out liberals in California. And that's going to be Point, that's going to be Square, and I don't want to say their ideology, but I'm just going to tell you where they're located, okay? And maybe that's enough for you. Point's in Palo Alto, Square's in San Francisco, and Clover's in San Francisco, okay? All three of them. I don't know if you can be in the tech industry and not be a whacked out Antifa, a pro-Antifa, pro-BLM whack job. So if that's the people you want to do business with, do it. And you don't have to do business with me, but please stop doing it with them. We have an amazing opportunity to give you just as much technology and then some. We can even integrate with your QuickBooks. We can do a lot of different things. But please stop doing business with them, okay? I'm begging you. I'm begging you, okay? Thank you.